Hey everybody, a Retro Geek Dad here, back with another toy review. This time we've got something pretty exciting. I got this in yesterday, actually completely unexpected, but it is the Mondo Collectibles 1/6 scale Battlecat. This is the limited edition. I'm going to go ahead and say that this thing is massive. Not as big as the Super 7 Snake Mountain, but pretty big. I did weigh it on my bathroom scale, and it's like 14 pounds. Before we get into it though, I want to do a measurement. This is the shipper box it came in, but I wanted to do a quick measurement of it just to relay how big it is. So it is 24 inches tall. It is about 15.5 inches wide, and the depth is about 8 inches. So it's pretty big. It's completely unexpected that I got it because it hadn't even showed that it shipped yet. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to open it up. I do have my deluxe He-Man, so we can kind of see what he looks like on Battlecat. But stay tuned. We're going to open this up and check it out. Okay, so we're back. I had opened this already last night, so the package is already open. But we're going to do the best we can. As you can see, my shooting range is not very big, so we're going to do the best we can. Just kind of bear with me here. So it does come wrapped in a plastic bag. Of course, I took my bag off. Let's get this set up here. I'll lower the camera some. Let's see. I'll adjust my lighting here some. Just kind of bear with me. Just trying to get it set up. There we go. So the front package, the mural piece, the artistic piece, this is awesome. It's really cool. There's just a lot going on. It does not have where you open it to see the window of the figure. It does not have that. But that's fine with me, just because it's so big. We do have our Mondo sticker here, and what I like is the top of it. Oh. See if I can get a good shot. So it does cut this kind of like retro-ish kind of font, but it does, 1/6 scale, 1/6 collectible, 1 Battlecat, and it does have the baby Cringer on the inside. So there's the top. And then on the side, it's the same thing as on the top. And then on the back, put the camera in some. So we do have kind of our, see if I can focus it, our little text there. Just gives a little bio of, Battlecat and everything. So I'll zoom back out. So that's pretty cool. And then other side, back it up some. I'll just kind of hold it up there. So at the bottom we do have all of our, the decals and stuff, the recycling things, the trademark logo. Flip it. Do the UPC code. There we go. Whew, it's a workout just moving this around. Oh. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the inner packaging out of this. It's a little different, but like I said, I had opened this last night to kind of check it out. I was just really excited. But yeah, we're going to take the packaging, the inner packaging out of this, and get a better look. So stay tuned. Okay, so we're going to try to get this out. So it does have just a little a little paper tab thing here. Yeah, just this little piece here. And on the inside, it's a little different. They packaged it in a styrofoam case. Bear with me. Okay, so let me turn this right side. Yeah. Just because this is pretty neat. It does have like the Mondo logo on the styrofoam with the Mondo shop. That's pretty cool. But it is taped around. Like I said, you know, last night I had already opened it. We're going to sit that down. Come a little closer. We're going to get the big reveal here. So there is tape around the edges. I've already cut that. So slide this out some more. Ta-da! Is this thing not cool? I mean, if you're weird like me, the smell, the plastic smell is just amazing. But there is our Battlecat. We do have our, you know, alternate heads here, our Cringer head, and then we do have our baby Cringer here. But just the amount of detail, I hadn't even taken them completely out, but the detail on the armor and everything, it's amazing. But we're gonna try our best, kind of check everything out. So this is one of the heads. This is the Battlecat head. And it's a little different. It's a different helmet. And these things, you know, they're probably about 2 or 3 pounds, so they're pretty heavy. And the mouth does articulate. There's the peg hole for the body. So that's the kind of alternate helmet. And we do have the unmasked Battlecat head with articulating jaw. It's pretty cool, and the eyes are really good. And next we have this is the Cringer head. Now it does not have an articulated jaw. That is the Cringer head. There's the Battlecat head side by side. Okay. And then one of my favorite parts is we get a baby Cringer. So this is non-articulated. It is adorable. Yeah, it's got seams, but it's not articulated. This is where it's put together. That is adorable. And he's pretty heavy. He's a little heavier than the heads. So that's our Cringer. I'm actually just going to set him to the side over here. Let's go ahead and start with our Battlecat. Now there's foam pieces here to kind of protect the legs from banging. So that's pretty cool. Pick him up by the saddle. Man, this thing is heavy. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a jump cut and have all this cleaned up and have him out. So just stay tuned real quick. Okay, so we're back. So I do have him standing. He stands pretty good. But we're going to go ahead and remove all of this plastic stuff. Just to kind of check it out. So it is kind of stuffed between the segments. So the segments of the armor are separate. A little, that's a styrofoam in there. yeah, this guy's heavy. Laying him down. Don't know. Pretty sure those come off somehow. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Just kind of wiggle it loose. We'll readjust everything in a second. So there's one of the pieces of styrofoam. Yeah, I'm just surprised how heavy this guy is. Okay, I think that's all of the plastic wrappings. Hopefully. Alright, so I am noticing there's a little bit of like styrofoam kind of stuff here. You can probably scrape that off. I'm not too worried about that. Oh. So, well, look at his feet. So his feet, the toes are individually articulated. So each toe is individually articulated with styrofoam. So that's really cool. So you can pose them individually. The back toes are not articulated like the front. They're not articulated. See if there's a way I can take off the harness so we can actually just look at the body. Trying to figure it out without messing anything up. It's all kind of soft plastic. Okay, there we go. So it just connects in there like that. So I get a better shot. So it just sits in there like that. So we'll take the harness off because I want to check out just the articulated body. And let's go ahead and do our first face swap. Let's set this to the side. We'll come back to it. Let's grab our unmasked Battlecat head. So the head pops off pretty good. There's the classic Battlecat head. And look at the detail. I just want to look at that detail. Look at that. The cat on the helmet. That is pretty cool. The jaw is articulated on that one too. So we'll set that one to the side, and I keep hitting the camera. Slide that over. Okay, so before we put the head on, I wanted to look at these. I don't know if these come off, if you have to like pull the foot off. So, okay, so yeah, you pull the foot off, and then these will slide off. Plug that back in. So we're going to look at Battlecat and Cringer without the armor, and then we'll look at them with the armor. So those pegs are pretty thick, so we don't have to worry about those breaking. There's even a Phillips screw right there. But yeah, there's that little bit of styrofoam. Pop that back in. Okay, and let's give him his head. Just kind of bear with me. It's not a lot of working room with my setup. Let's see. Okay, so the interior joint in the head's a little stiff. So you just gotta break that free. Fix his feet. And that goes that way, that way. And try to get his feet down. Try to back up a little bit with the camera. Alright, so there we go. Turn his head. So he's got multiple articulated joints. Gonna go over those real quick here in a second, but I'm sorry, but that's awesome. Like, even without the armor on, that's pretty cool. That's just really cool. So we'll go ahead and we'll look at articulation real quick. So of course we do have a joint, you know, on the top of the head here. There's another joint here, more articulation in the neck. We do have this first shoulder piece. There's our, you know, joint there, and then we do have this second joint here, kind of mid stomach area, and then we do have a joint here at the back where the hip is. There's kind of a big gap there, but I guess once the armor's on, it won't be noticeable. The tail is somewhat articulated, pops off pretty easy. So it only goes back and forth. That's the only articulation there. And then the back legs, everything's a little stiff. So we do have joints there. And then as far as like elbows and knees, we do have not so much of articulation here, I think, in this bottom knee. The lower leg, we do have articulation there, back and forth. And then the foot. And like I said, with these back feet, the toes are not articulated. We do have a stamp there. Get that Mattel 2023 Mattel. So I don't think there's really much articulation here in this joint. Just a little bit of rotation. So there's the back. And then side of the stomach, so the fur is a little lighter here on the stomach, the undercarriage area. And then with the front legs here, his head fell off. So the front articulation, we have shoulder joint, and it kind of goes in and out. So I think it's on a ball joint. Second part here, there is some articulation. I do see a joint there, but it's not wanting to really move much. Yeah, moves a little bit. And then of course here at the foot, we do have, you know, each toe is articulated separately. So that's really cool. And we do have pretty good movement there because of the ball joint. But like I said earlier with the head, so there is, you know, articulation. It's just everything's stiff. We'll just plug that back in. So we get them set back up. I'm definitely going to take some pictures at the end of the video and have them posted. So the head just keeps wanting to pop off. So there is. Whew, that's a workout moving that thing around. So there is our Battlecat without the armor and the Battlecat head. Let's see what it looks like with the Cringer, since we already got the armor off. So the Cringer head to me looks a little lighter than the rest of the body. You can see that really well. It just looks like the grain's a little lighter. Not sure how it's coming through. There is our Cringer. Of course, the lighting stinks. I'm trying to get the lighting moved around as I work. There's our Cringer. And just for comparison, here is our little baby Cringer. Don't know if we can get him to sit down. I'll have to see if I can get him to kind of sit down like the baby Cringer does. See if we can get a pose like that. So I'll try that at the end with the photos. So let's go ahead and, before we armor him up, let's take a look at the armor itself. So the armor is kind of this metallic red, but there is a little bit of like glitter flecks in it. I'm not sure if it's you can kind of see it. But they are individually, the pieces are kind of individually, individual plates, that's the word. We do have our foot things. I'm not sure what the term is, but it's where He-Man's feet sit. Stirrups. Yeah, stirrups. But the detail on the armor, I mean, individual cats on it. The Battlecat's kind of like from his tribe. It's pretty cool. Just a big amount of detail. I'm really impressed with the detail. And just the little things too. But it's kind of it's a plastic, but it's kind of a thick, flexible plastic. I know the seat feels a little different than the rest, kind of if it was like a leather. That's pretty cool. So we'll put that back on him, just like that. And comes around, and it does kind of, it's got these two holes on the side, and that little peg just kind of goes in there, and this is flexible so it can kind of bend around some, but there we go. That's back on. And it is kind of loose on them, which is fine. Because if you're going to have He-Man moving around and stuff, or if you're going to pose it, you don't want it too tight to restrict the posing abilities. And we do have like these leg cuff protectors, leg protectors. And the way I took them off was you just pop the feet off and put them on. They're okay. I want to see what it looks like without them. Because I grew up with him not having those with the original toy. But we might put them back on. But we'll see. I'll take the Cringer head off. Now I want to see what this alternate battle armor head looks like. So this is the alternate one. And here is the kind of original Battlecat head. So let's see what this alternate one kind of looks like. I like how his ears are kind of folded a little bit with the armor. But we do have some battle damage on it. The jaw is articulated. Pop that on. Let's see how that looks. So that don't look too bad. Get my lighting adjusted. The biggest issue I'm having is just the head staying on, but I guess once you pick what you want, the posing, you're not going to be moving it around a lot once you kind of figure out what you want to do. So that one's pretty cool. I kind of like that one. Yeah, that's that one. And going back to the kind of original battle armor head. So this head's heavy. And I like how the details on the side of the helmet kind of blend in with the rest. I'll probably definitely have this one posed. So that one's pretty cool. yeah, I mean, I'm really impressed with this. They did a really good job. Um, I really like the alternate heads. I love the baby Cringer. Articulation is pretty good. I'm not disappointed with the articulation. Um, and he's heavy. I mean, he's got to be heavy for the size he is. So all in all, I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. I enjoy it. It's going to look really cool. I know we do have Panther coming out. They just kind of showed off the flocked Panther at San Diego Comic-Con. It was last week. But yeah, it's really cool. I'm happy with it. I'm going to do a jump cut here in a minute. I'm going to get my deluxe He-Man out, kind of do some poses and show how he goes on it and stuff. So stay tuned. There's still more. Okay, so we are back. We're going to put He-Man on Battlecat and kind of show how that looks and the process. So if you've watched my previous videos, I did a review on the deluxe Mondo He-Man. So we went with the battle armor this time. And if you did watch my video, I still haven't fixed his foot yet. So just kind of bear with me on that. Try to make it look good. So we have our battle armor He-Man, and we've got some of his weapons. We've got his sword and his shield and his axe. Kind of see what they're going to look like. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put He-Man on the top. So he kind of sits pretty good on there. Put this foot in the stirrup. And there's really no place for him to hold. So he's just going to kind of sit there. Of course, this chest piece, we'll take that off till we get ready for it. To this side. So, might have to make some adjustments so he doesn't look so bow-legged sitting on it. That's a little bit better. Put that foot in the stirrup, and we're going to put this foot in the stirrup. And hopefully it being in the stirrup will keep the foot on. Get on there. All right, bear with me here. Okay, so after some finagling and moving around the joints, I was able to get his legs on there so he doesn't look so bow-legged sitting on Battlecat. Kind of had to bend the knee out and then kind of bend this bottom one back in, so it doesn't look too bad sitting on it. The feet do not want to stay in the stirrups. They kind of want to fall out. So I'll show that piece. Yeah, they kind of fall out a little bit. So if you wanted to pose it, you could probably put like a little piece of double-sided sticky tape on it or something, just to kind of hold it in place. Look at the other side, and he kind of wants to lean. Oh, it's not too bad on that side. There we go, that's better. Yeah, I don't know why my lights are wanting to drown everything out. Still trying to learn all that. So, not too bad, pretty cool. It's just that head don't want to stay on. See if I can get kind of a better shot here. So there we go. That's not too bad. Let's put one of the axes in his hand. I tell you, that little chest piece for the battle armor just don't want to stay on. Of course, it's hard to all get it in one shot. That's pretty cool. I like that. And see, I've got the first He-Man that they had made, so I could either put that He-Man on and have this one posed, or vice versa. But it looks really cool. You can't have He-Man without Battlecat, just like you can't have Skeletor without Panther. But yeah, I like it. I know it was a lot pricier than the regular figures, which, understandably it's going to be. But I'm happy with it. I'm going to take some pictures and have pictures at the end of the review. Just, better detailed pictures and things like that. But yeah, if you like my content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment if you want to. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informational at some point. But you guys have a great day, and we will catch you again next time.